Hello, hi, my name is Samuel Ezerza for the SE channel. Welcome to my channel. Thanks for tuning in, subscribe, and share as much as you can. It's pretty pathetic what's going on in the United States right now. It's not all the United States, some of the cities, blue cities. But yesterday I did a passionate plea, to stop the violence. It serves it serves no purpose when you literally burnt down your own city. But I said, who's doing this? I had a feeling it's definitely not the locals, 100% not the locals, and all, because it does no justice to the Floyd family. And, and what happened. So, William Barr, the Attorney General, is getting on the case right now, and you got to listen to it. I knew this is, extreme left agitators. He even said it, and I even said it yesterday in one of my videos. Is it Antifa But he says it's Antifa-like tactics. Maybe he didn't want to say it's Antifa, but it's Antifa-like tactics. It's a very violent group. I said it. This is a very violent group. Um, it's just not normal to come down to a city and you burn it down for your own purpose, just to make a point. We all know that the not one but the four officers who were there are all guilty. Whether they're going to be charged for murder or manslaughter, I mean, I just cannot see the defense saying, "Hey, he didn't do this on purpose. He just sat on his neck for 8 minutes and so happened to die." I mean, what can the defense say? I mean, for sure this guy's going to get nailed, for sure. And the other three, like I said, I probably manslaughter also charges, but they will get, or at least two of them, two of the officers will get. But anyways, I'm not here. Condolences to the Floyd family. This is not good. It's not good for the country. Also, the violence is not good for the country. I even said it yesterday. This is the perfect storm, with the COVID-19 or the Wuhan virus or the China virus, whatever you want to call it. People are locked into their houses for 2 months, and then all of a sudden this happens, with this racist cop. Obviously, on live TV. I mean, literally, that he saw them videotaping him. It's like he loved it. The guy's a psycho cop, a rogue cop. Anyways, let's listen to William Barr, the Attorney General, who's on the case. And it says the violence appears organized by left extreme groups. Why don't you just say it's really Antifa? He said Antifa-like. We'll see. You're gonna see. Anyways, let's listen to Mr. Barr.
Good afternoon. The greatness of our nation comes from our commitment to the rule of law. The outrage of our national community about what happened to George Floyd in Minneapolis is real and legitimate. Accountability for his death must be addressed and is being addressed through the regular process of our criminal justice system, both at the state and at the federal level. That system is working and moving at exceptional speed. Already, initial charges have been filed by the state. That process continues to move forward, and justice will be served. Unfortunately, with the rioting that is occurring in many of our cities around the country, the voices of peaceful protest are being hijacked by violent radical elements. Groups of outside radicals and agitators are exploiting the situation to pursue their own separate and violent agenda. In many places, it appears the violence is planned, organized, and driven by anarchic and left extremist groups, far left extremist groups, using Antifa-like tactics, many of whom travel from outside the state to promote the violence. We must have law and order on our streets and in our communities, and it is the responsibility of the local and state leadership in the first instance to halt this violence. The Department of Justice, including the FBI, the U.S. Marshals, the ATF, the DEA, and our 93 United States U.S. Attorney's offices around the country are supporting these local efforts, will continue to support them, and take all action necessary to enforce federal law. In that regard, it is a federal crime to cross state lines or to use interstate facilities to incite or participate in violent rioting, and we will enforce those laws. Thank you.
I understand what he's saying. Okay, thank you, but maybe it's a little too late. What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? I think it's a little too late. I mean, it's never too late, but they should have kept quiet yesterday. They should have done this yesterday. They should have got all these guys yesterday. We all know they came from out of town. They all come from interstates, and these are Antifas or Antifa-like tactics. I mean, with little communications, cell phones. They come with batteries and they come with backpacks. You can tell who they are. They have black masks or other types of masks, mostly black. But they're not. But mostly white guys who they think they're doing good. But now they have to catch these guys. And I know it's Antifa-like tactics, but they have to stop. Also, just a shout out to all the policemen out there. Like I said, 99.99% are you guys are good out there. I still believe. Yes, I know there's some rogue element out there. Some bad cops out there. But and hopefully we'll get this cop, bad cop, and the other three who actually saw and did nothing. Hopefully behind bars. Let's just hope there's justice out there. And also another shout out to the mayor of Minneapolis. I don't know if it's a good thing or not, but I just wanted to ask you, if this was the suburbs, would you have pulled out of the 3rd Precinct police? I mean, if this was the suburbs, it's unbelievable, when you have, a low-income area, and then you pull out the 3rd Precinct police like bunch of cowards, leaving. I know maybe you're a threat and all that, but you guys have all the guns, you have all the equipment and everything, just to leave like that and have the mob rule, I mean, would if this would have happened in the suburbs? Never this would have been to the suburbs. A shout out to the mayor. You're a coward. You're a coward. Okay. Now you may have other views on this, like maybe Antifa or Antifa-like people out there wanted to shoot and to be shot at. Like to have like some sort of war out there. I understand, to diffuse. I understand that part. But would you have done this? My question is, would you have done this in the suburbs? Would you pulled out a whole, the whole precinct? I don't know how many cars, 20, 30, 40, 50 cars. I don't know how many cars there were there. I don't know how many cops are in the 3rd Precinct there. But would you have done this in the precinct? Never. So now there is no cops there. There's no precincts there. Who's going to protect the people? Well, because now obviously the, if you practically, the army's there. But who's gonna, after they leave, once everybody leaves, so who's gonna take care of the 3rd Precinct? You're gonna start rebuilding again? Anyways, God bless the Republic. Unbelievable. Anyways, like I said, I hope there's some justice here with Mr. George Floyd. He was a good man. I think he was a born-again Christian and all. This is it's disgusting what we saw. Horrendous, but I'm sure there's going to be justice to even the other 3 cops. This guy for sure. There's no defense when you have a knee in the neck. There's just no defense. The guy's going to plead guilty. Watch. They're going to plead guilty. And the other 3, I'm sure they're going to charge him too. Probably manslaughter or something else. But they will be charged, and I'm glad they lost their job. Nobody does this. And yep, well, there we have it. There we have it. William Barr is saying this is a far left. And I can't say about the MAGA hats because the Trumpsters, you know, they would never do this. I mean, if you're a lefty watching this, am I right? I mean, you know, you see sometimes these far right guys, you know, they have these guns and everything. They don't do this. They don't start shooting people or building or burning homes and businesses and all that. I mean, when I say far right, I'm not talking about the KKK. I'm talking about conservatives, First and Second Amendment people. That's what I'm talking about. Anyways, there's worldwide outrage to this. What happened, and I completely agree. These four cop should be charged. Take care. God bless. And I like to see also more of the videos out there. But what I'm seeing right now, this is my view. This is my opinion. Take care. God bless.